If you want to be healthier, just do this every 30 minutes. It's easier than you think, I promise. Christina was riding a bus when she saw two strangers that did something so sweet. It made her smile. This can help save you from a vacation headache before it starts, a suitcase trick to level up your life. And some people don't listen well, and other people that think they listen well probably could work on it too. That's coming up on The Good News Show with Andy, where I'm all about putting a smile on your face and hope in your heart.
The Good News Show with Andy.
The number of the day is...
Do this every 30 minutes and you will be healthier. It is standing up and taking a movement break. So that could be as simple as a stretch between meetings, a walk to the kitchen. That can be dangerous in itself. Or just standing for a few minutes. And I find that it helps what I'm working on too. You know, I can be so focused, but just to have that reminder of, okay, Andy, go take a lap. It's like my brain needs a stretch too. And while I'm just walking away for that minute from the laptop, that's usually when the breakthrough comes. He spent millions of dollars on every health trend imaginable. But Brian Johnson had some news the other day. He has an incurable stomach-eating disease. He tried to live forever. He had all the money in the world to try it. He tried everything that the world could offer, and it still led to the same result that you and I will have someday. Now you can look at that and go, well, what's the point? It's to follow Jesus. Because not only will that give you purpose for this life, sharing his love with others, but he promises you that when you follow him, when you leave this world, you'll be spending eternity with him in heaven. And the first step is so simple, you can do it right now. Go to peacewithgod.net. That's peacewithgod.net.
What did we learn today?
Here's a question for the pet owners in your life and something you could ask around the dinner table tonight too. It's your food for thought. Imagine you could teach a dog to do anything a human could do. What would you teach your dog to do first? As a newer owner of a black, white, and gray furball puppy named Napoleon, I just want him to be able to tell me why he's barking at me all the time. Are you hungry? Are you tired? Do you want me to pick you up? Why can't you just tell me what you want? Then I realized as a human, I pretty much do the same thing.
I hope this story makes you smile today.
Christina was riding a city bus when she noticed a teenage boy helping an elderly woman with a cane. He held her arm, made sure she got up safely step by step, and the woman couldn't stop smiling. Watching them together, Christina smiled too. She thought, what a wonderful grandson. The two of them sat across from her, and Christina was just about to tell the woman how lucky she was to have someone so caring in her life. But then the boy turned toward her and asked, "My name's Chris. What's your name, ma'am?" They had never met before. He was simply a teenager who saw someone who needed help and decided to become the kindest part of her day. Why do you need encouragement today?
We're in the process of finishing moving, so basically that's what I'm going to be doing.
Well, lift with your legs, take lots of water breaks, and be sure to stream us while you do it, just to remind you that God is in control no matter what.
Giving help to a stranger. Sharing with your neighbor. Turning darkness into light. Loving God and loving people right.
For 125 years, one little country church stood on a hill, but little by little, their town changed. Families moved away, the farms got bigger, and the congregation got smaller. Until one day, there were only a handful of people left on Sunday mornings. Now they could have locked the doors and watched the building slowly fade away. But instead, they asked a different question. What if our church could keep serving people somewhere else? The entire building was moved 100 miles to a Bible camp where kids will fill its pews, hear Bible stories, and make memories for generations to come. They gave away the church they loved so someone else's story could begin. That's how to love God and love people. Here's a suitcase trick that can save you from a vacation headache before it even starts and level up your life. Roll your outfits together so every outfit is ready to go. Then every day you just unroll one thing, because vacation should be relaxing, not a scavenger hunt. God shows up in big and small ways. He showed up for Valerie in the grocery store.
My stress
friend Julie and I went, and she had her shopping list, and it was my first time there. It's overwhelming in a great way. They have so many different noodles and fruits and vegetables and meats. And I prayed to God. I said, God, please help me find Julie's soba noodle. And sure enough, we went down one aisle with noodles, and I found the soba noodles. God answered my prayer, even little ways like that.
It seems like a small thing, but I've been there where I've been wandering a grocery store for what seems like hours for one thing. That's frustrating. And it looks like you've got a text from God. I hear you when you call. Bring your requests to me. Wait with hope in your heart. I am already working. Character flaw alert for me, it is when people are talking, I'll try to finish their thought. They'll be explaining a story. They'll say, yeah, then I had a cup of coffee. And then I go, what? And was the coffee good? No, I just need to wait. I just need to wait for them to finish their story. Becky Harling has written a book all about this, how to listen so people will talk.
I had asked my teenage daughter one simple question. How well do you think I listen? And then my daughter said, well, Mom, sometimes you listen well, but you interrupt me a lot. You seem distracted. You dive in with your own stories, and you give me a lot of unsolicited advice. Honestly, I just want to feel heard and validated by you. Later that night, I had a lot to think about, and as I laid in bed, I talked to Jesus, and I remember that Jesus said, be careful how you listen. Learning to listen well will improve every relationship in your life.
Some people believe that they are not enough, but God's word says that Jesus is enough. He hears your cries. He cares about your hurts. And because of him, you are deeply loved, fully known, and never alone. Next time you pop open your Netflix app, there might be some new options. They're always trying to innovate, and so they're looking at adding different streams that play shows or movies from the same genre. They will be called channels, and we are so close to inventing TV. So close. Ever talk to someone and realize they're not really focused on what you're trying to tell them? It's happened to the best of us, including Jesus. He was talking to his followers about avoiding bad influences and was comparing it to the little amount of yeast that you put in bread dough to make it rise. And his followers thought that he was talking about their lack of bread. They only had one loaf. They were traveling on a boat. People could get hangry. And Jesus goes, hey, why are you guys talking about bread? Don't you remember just a little while ago when I broke those 5 loaves and then fed 5,000 families? How many basketfuls of pieces did you pick up after? And they reply back, they say, 12. So Jesus was just trying to remind them he has resources that can make miracles happen for his followers. Spiritually, physically, emotionally. Whatever you have, he will use it, and he'll multiply it too. If anyone you know is suffering, the solution, God's word says, let them pray. And that's tough advice when you're going through it. But no matter how deep the pain, how hard the hurt, you might not feel like talking to God today. But I guarantee you'll feel better when you're done. And you can start simply by saying, hey God, I'm suffering and I need you.